All right, let's come to our comfortable seated position. We'll start with our hands on our legs. Sit up nice and tall. Think about your crown reaching up to the ceiling, your spine getting tall. See if you can get your shoulders over your hips, and then let your hip bones get heavy into the mat. Take a big inhale, and then slowly breathe out. Settle into the space. Take another deep inhale. And slowly exhale out. One more big inhale. And exhale everything out. Reach your arms out to the side and then let them float up overhead. Reaching your arms straight up. Reach one and then the other. Stretching through your side body. I'm going to try and mirror you. We'll see how this goes. All right, take the left hand down to the mat. Reach the right arm up. Exhale over to the left. Now that you're here, see if you can walk your left fingertips out a little bit further and then let your left elbow get heavy. Gaze up at your right elbow. And then notice where you're twisting your torso from and see if you can twist your entire torso and not just your chest. So see if you can start the twist around your waist and then move it all the way up. Take your right hand, straighten it out, extend and spread your fingers away from each other. And then bring this arm up to the ceiling and let it float slowly down to the mat. Reach your left arm up and exhale over to the right. Walk your right fingers out a little bit, and then let your right elbow get heavy, drawing the weight down, deepening your side bend. Gaze up at your left elbow. And again, try and twist your whole torso. So from your waist up through your middle to your chest. And now straighten your left arm, spread your fingers apart. And float your left arm all the way down. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee, your left arm behind you. Gently gaze over your left shoulder. And then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, feeling a stretch through the right side of your neck. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling, bending your elbow. Place your left hand on your right ear. Think about drawing your elbow back into this gentle twist. Take another breath here. Then slowly reach both arms back up to the ceiling. Float them down in front of you. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. Nice. And now reach your arms up. Breathe in, exhale, twist to the right. Bringing your left hand to your right knee, your right arm behind you. Lengthen your spine, exhale, twist, look over your right shoulder. And now drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a stretch through the left side of your neck. And then reach your right arm up to the ceiling, bending the right elbow. Place the right hand on the left ear, gently pulling the edge Nice and gentle. And then slowly untwist, reaching both arms back up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, as you bring your arms down, let them walk out in front of you, letting your forearms, maybe your elbows, maybe the crown of your head reach down towards the mat. Big inhale, let your hips get heavy, feel a stretch through your lower back, into your seat. Maybe walk your arms out further away from you. Another big inhale, let your shoulders relax. And then slowly walk yourself back up into a seated position. Gently bring your knees behind you, coming into tabletop. Taking your time to transition. And then once you get there, maybe swaying side to side, doubling up your mat if you need some extra cushion under your knees. Line your hands up under your shoulders. Point your pointer fingers forward. See if you can connect all your fingertips, all of your knuckles into the mat. Think about making your spine parallel to the floor. So the crown of your head is reaching towards me. Your tailbone is lengthening back behind you. You're lifting your belly button up towards your spine. Now gently press the mat away from you with your hands and your shins, and see if you can find this feeling of hovering here. Whether you find it or not, we're going to keep moving. Drop your belly, open your heart forward, big inhale. And then exhale, round your spine. Keep pressing the ground away from you as you rotate and roll through, opening your heart, coming into cow. And then exhale back into cat. One more time, roll forward into cow. Exhale back to cat. Come back to your neutral spine. Reach your right leg behind you, pressing the ball of your right foot into the mat. Start to rock back and forth. And now point your right foot and place the shoelace portion of your right foot on the mat and open your heart forward. See if you feel any stretch through the front of your ankle, through your shin. And then curl your right toes and go back to that little bit of rock. Lengthen your left arm out in front of you. Find your balance, lift up your left arm, your right leg. I like to flex my foot here and feel the energy leaving my heel. If you want to take this a little bit further, you can bring your knee and your elbow to meet and then extend back out again. Exhale, knee to elbow meet. Extend back out again. One more time. And extend. Return your hand and your knee. Going to peel up to the left. And then exhale, thread the needle, left arm under right, coming all the way down, placing your left ear on the mat or a block or a blanket. Breathe here. Walk your right fingertips forward, seeing if that stretch feels good for you. If it doesn't, bring your arm back. Maybe you'd prefer to lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe you want to bring your right hand behind you. And breathe. Slowly unwind, coming back into your tabletop position, and bump your hips gently side to side. Maybe making a little bit of a figure 8. And now reach your left leg back behind you. Rocking back and forth over your left foot, stretching out your calf muscle. Now point your left toes, place the shoelace portion of your left foot in on the ground, and maybe you press down with it a little. Open your heart forward. See if you find this stretch through the front of your foot, the top of your foot. Stretching out that section of your ankle that we never really get to. And then curl your toes back under and rock back and forth again. From here, reach your right arm forward. Engage and find your balance by pressing your right shin and your left hand into the mat as you lift your right arm and left leg. If you like flexing your foot on the other side, flex your foot here. Gaze straight down, keep breathing. And then if you're ready, draw your knee to your elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Return your hand and your knee. Peel your right arm up, this time opening up to the right. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, bringing your right ear down to the mat or a block or a blanket. Right palm faces up. Maybe your left fingers walk out towards the head of your mat. Maybe your left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Maybe you even explore a half bind here. And then slowly unwind, coming back to tabletop. Curl your toes under, move your hands, one handprint forward, and then slowly come up to downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog, right, left, left, right. Think about reaching your hips up behind you. Let both heels get heavy. Engage your hands in the mat, and then slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll forward into your plank position. Stopping when your shoulders are over your wrists. Now, maybe you need to move your feet back a little bit. Maybe you need to look down and make sure that they're hip distance apart. Checking in on them. Now let's lift back up into downward facing dog. Breathe here. So we want to try not to move our hands and our feet. And roll forward back into plank. Nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. And then once you get to your plank, think about reaching your heels back, your crown of your head forward, lengthening your spine. And back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Re-extend your right leg behind you. Draw your right foot all the way up between your hands. Coming into your low lunge. Keeping your left arm on the mat, reach your right arm forward and back, making a big circle. Do this 2 more times. Being gentle with your shoulder. And then bring your right hand down to the mat, lower your left knee, untuck your toes. Can you reach your left arm forward and up and around? You might need to come up onto the fingertips of your right arm or place your right hand on a block or even up on your right leg. On your third one, you're going to bring both hands back down to the mat. Untuck your toes and step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip. Re-extend your left leg, bring your left foot all the way up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. Keep your right hand planted, reach your left arm forward, make big circles. 3 of them. Your elbow can be soft. Think about your shoulder joint in this move. Plant your left hand down, lower your right knee. Come up either onto your left fingertips or maybe your forearm on your left thigh and start to circle your right arm. Nice and slow. And then plant both hands, curl your toes, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Take one more breath and then float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hip. If you can balance here, see if you can make a big circle with your right leg. Maybe making 2 or 3. And then switching directions. And then on that last circle, bring your right foot all the way up between your hands. Peel your right arm up to the sky. Reaching up. And then reach your arm back. Look back over at your right fingers. Plant your right hand down. Lower your left knee. Reach your left arm forward. And then reach it up and all the way back. Bring your left hand down, step back into downward facing dog. And breathe. Check that your feet are still hip distance apart, that your arms are still shoulder distance apart. Lift your left leg up behind you, bend your knee. Open your hip. Make some circles. Try to make 2 or 3. The first one is just practice. And then switch directions. And then draw your right knee forward so you can place your left foot up between your hands. Plant your right hand, twist up to the left. Bring your left arm back behind you, gazing back at your left fingertips. Bring your left hand down to the ground, lower your right knee. Reach your right arm forward, up, and all the way back. Big chest opener, big shoulder stretch. You might even feel this through your hip flexor in the front. And bring your right hand down, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And now float the right leg up behind you. Optional, bend the knee. Optional, take more circles. Or let the right foot come all the way over to the other side, coming into a rock star. If you don't know what that is, don't do it. And then extend the right leg back up behind you. Draw the right knee all the way up. Place the right foot up between your hands. Lower your left knee. Reach your right arm forward and back. And now bend your left knee and see if there's any connection between the finger and the toe. There might not be. It's okay. We're just like, checking it out. And then release that. And now the other arm. So this one's going to feel weird, awkward. Reach your left arm up and back and see if you can make a connection with your left arm and left foot. A little different. And then release that. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let your hips, let your heels get heavy. Let your hips reach up. Take a breath here. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee. Open your hip. Stay here. Do more circles. Or if you're familiar with a rock star or flip your dog, whatever you call it, you can go ahead and do that here. And now return, legs straight, bring your knee up, step your left hand between your left foot between your hand. Yeah, left hand behind, it's all the same. And then lower your right knee down, reach your left arm up and back, bend your right knee, and see if the hand and the foot can say hello. Breathe here. And then release that. Place your left hand down, reach your right arm forward, up and back, and bend your right knee and see if they're, ooh, Charlie horse. Whew. I could do it the other day. It made sense the other day. Release it. And now step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. It's just experimenting. It's practice. It's trying new things. Breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk your feet all the way up. Let your head hang heavy and then roll slowly up, one vertebra at a time, coming all the way up to stand. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Such a nice full house. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. All right, do some sun salutation A variations. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, keeping your knees slightly bent. Lengthen your spine, coming up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back into your low lunge. Take a breath here, coming up onto your fingertips, opening your heart forward. And then plant both hands and step back to plank. Lower your knees, draw your elbows back as you lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes. Think about your elbows pulling back to your hips as you lift into your baby cobra. And then lower back down. Come back into tabletop, curl your toes, coming into downward facing dog. Float your right foot up. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You're in a squat. Yeah. And now fold forward. While you're in this forward fold, heel toe your feet back into parallel underneath your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward and come all the way up to stand. Other side, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Pause here in your low lunge, up on your fingertips, open your heart forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes. Let your elbows reach back as you lift your chest coming into baby cobra. Exhale, tabletop, back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You're in a squat. And then exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your toes back into parallel. Lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale your hands down by your side. Nice. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, low lunge. Step your left foot back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or if you're ready, lower halfway down. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Reach your arms out in front of you as you come into a squat. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet to parallel. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Other side, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Reach your arms forward. Exhale, fold forward, squat. Heel toe your feet in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands down by your side. Take a breath. Breathe in. I have to get some water. I think the pollen or So everybody get a sip if you need it. I don't want to be. All right. All right, before we come back to the tops of our mats, let's do some balancing. So let's get our feet hip distance apart. Sit back into chair. Breathe here. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit your hips back a little bit deeper. And breathe. All right, stand on up, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sit back into chair. Think about lengthening your spine. You're going to bring your left elbow to the outer edge of your right knee. Twisting. If you want to twist a little bit deeper, maybe you lift your left heel up to help you. This makes your knees out of line. It's a little different than what people normally say, but it might feel a little bit better in your body today. And then lower your left heel, reach both arms as you stand back up nice and straight. And then draw your hands to heart center, sit back into chair. Breathe in, exhale, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Maybe it helps to lift your right heel. Maybe not. You can explore that. There's no real right or wrong. And then reach your arms back up and let your arms come down by your side. Heel your left heel up. Breathe here. Start to find something to focus on. Start to float your left knee up to the ceiling. Grab a piece of furniture or wall if you need it. And then open your knee out to the side. Stay here or reach down and help your foot to come into tree. Remembering, tree is either above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee. Nice and tall. Arms out to the side, heart center, wherever you need them to help you balance. Beautiful, everyone. Now, can you bring your knee back to the front of the room, flex your foot, extend your leg, and balance with a single straight leg? So good for us to work on our balancing. And then float that leg down. Widen your stance a little bit wider than hip distance and sway side to side. My favorite ever. Beautiful. All right, bring those feet back underneath your hips. Start to peel your right heel up. Float your right knee up. Breathe here. Open the knee out to the side. And then bring the foot onto the left leg, above or below the knee, using whatever you need to balance. Arms out by the side, at heart center, overhead. Can you find a moment of stillness? A brief second where you're perfectly balanced. And now bring the knee to face me, extend the leg out, balance here with a single straight leg. And then bring the right foot down to the ground, widen your stance just a little, and sway side to side. All right, let's come to the front of the mat. Take a big inhale, exhale, let it all out. And now inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Your vinyasa of choice. So knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Baby cobra, upward facing dog. Or skip it all together. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Low lunge. Turn your right heel down, lift on up, warrior one. Bring your arms into cactus. And then as you straighten your front leg, bring them in front of you like a little chest press. Bend your knee, open back into cactus. Straighten and squeeze. Bend and open. Straighten and squeeze. Bend and open, stay here. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Open your arms straight out. Without moving your lower body, can you twist your torso to the right, coming into warrior two? Now, if your feet feel wonky, adjust your feet, adjust your legs. Find a warrior two that feels right in your body. Gaze out over your left fingertips. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs, draw that energy up from the ground. And then reach your left arm forward towards me, coming into triangle, right arm up to the ceiling. Left hand on a shin, a block, the floor. And then lift back up, turn your toes to the hallway, reach your arms up, make a big giant X. Spread your fingers out, and then exhale, fold forward. Let your head hang heavy. Sink into this forward fold. Breathe here. Lift your spine so it's perpendicular to the parallel to the ground, and then slowly walk your hands towards your front foot, rotating your feet. Shift your back leg in so that you end up in a pyramid pose, slightly shorter stance. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, round. A little bit of a cat-cow here. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, round one more time, lengthen. And round, plant both hands, slide your right leg back, slide your left leg back, you're in plank. Choose your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, skip it. Some variation that's all you and unique. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward into your low lunge. Take a breath here and then turn your foot out, pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Reach on up, warrior one. Pause here. Pull your arms down, opening into cactus. Straighten your front leg, bring your arms in, bend and open. Straighten and pull your arms in, bend and open. One more time. And open. Extend your arms out to the side. See if you can engage and lock in your lower body, and now twist towards the left, coming into warrior two. Make any adjustments to your feet that you might need to make. Sit a little bit deeper. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Big stretch through your right side body. Straighten your right leg, peaceful triangle. Draw up your inner thighs, engage your glutes, and now extend your right arm towards the front of your mat and then down to the floor, block, shin, coming into triangle. Think about your left hip pulling back. Nice. Find the energy in those legs. Reach yourself all the way back up. Turn your toes to the window, both arms up overhead. Stretch your fingers apart. Draw your navel in as you exhale, fold all the way forward. Surrender to the forward fold. Let the weight shift towards your toes. Stop bending your knees if that's what feels best for you. And now lengthen your spine parallel to the floor and start to walk your hands towards your right foot, turning your toes. Slide your left foot in a little bit, narrowing your stance, and then lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. So your feet are in pyramid. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. One more. Little cat-cow type of motion. And now plant your hands, slide your left foot back, slide your right foot back. You're in plank. Go through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice. Think about lifting your hips up behind you. Feel your spine lengthen. Extend your right leg up. Bend your right knee, place it up between your hands. Low lunge. Turn your left heel down. Reach your arms out and up. Warrior one. Draw your elbows down. Straighten your leg, chest press. Bend your knee. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. I meant to do the other leg, but that's okay. We're going to stay here. Extend your arms open and twist to the left. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Straighten your right leg. Engage your thighs. Reach your right arm towards me, coming all the way down into triangle. Left arm up. Bend your right knee, slide your right arm onto your right thigh, slipping right into your side angle. Reach your left arm overhead. Come back up to warrior two, straighten your leg, turn your toes towards the window again, reach up, spread your fingertips apart. Breathe in, exhale, fold forward. This time, if you want, bend your knees, lunging side to side. Getting into your hips, finding what feels good. And then once your right knee is bent, turn yourself towards the front of your mat. Slide your left foot in. All right, so you're in a pyramid pose. Your hands are on the ground or on blocks. Experiment with bending the back leg, shifting your weight back. So see if this feels interesting. It might not. Last time, slide your left leg back, slide your right leg back. You're in your plank. Go through your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Now we'll do the other side. Put the left leg up behind you. Step the left foot forward, low lunge. Drop your right heel down, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms out and up. Draw your elbows down. Straighten your front leg, close it in. Bend and open. Straighten and close. Bend and open. Straighten and close. Bend and open. Extend your arms out to the side. Twist your torso, coming into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. Finding that energy, float all the way into triangle, bringing your left hand down to a block or a shin or the floor, reaching your right arm up. Feel your spine lengthen. And now bend your left knee, slide your left forearm onto your left thigh, sneaking yourself into side angle. Breathe here. Come back up to warrior two, straighten your front leg, turn your toes to the right, reach your arms up, stretch your fingers. Exhale, forward fold. And then lateral lunge side to side if that felt good. Maybe this time you lift your toes as you go side to side, getting a little bit deeper. And the next time your left knee is bent, walk towards your left foot. Plant your hands, slide your right leg back, slide your left leg back. And go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, one more time through. Left leg up. Step your left foot forward. Turn your right heel down. Reach on up, warrior one. Open your arms into a T. Twist your torso into warrior two. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg. Reach all the way forward, coming into triangle. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Bend your left knee, slide your left forearm onto your left thigh. Explore a half bind or a full bind, bringing your right arm behind you. Sit a little bit deeper. Gaze up over your right shoulder. Feel your left heel pull towards the center of your right leg. Unwind back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, big X to this long side. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your fingertips to be in line with your toes. Let the crown of your head get heavy. Hips up to the ceiling. And now slowly walk towards your left foot, rotating your toes in your pyramid pose. And we forgot this weird bendy thing on this side, so we'll do it this time. So bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. You're sitting your hips back. Your right heel lifts a little bit. It's a little bit like a rocking chair move. And now step back into plank. Go through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Last side, float your right leg up. Step your right foot all the way forward. Turn your left heel down. Reach on up, warrior one. Open your arms into T. Twist to warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm all the way forward, coming into triangle, left arm up. Think about your spine lengthening, your entire torso rotating, not just your shoulders. And now bend your right knee, slide your right forearm onto your right thigh, coming into side angle. From here, maybe explore a half bind or a full bind. Sitting deeper, looking up over your left shoulder. Slowly untwist into your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes as you reach your arms up to the ceiling, spread your fingers, and then exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands so your fingertips are in line with your toes. Maybe soften your knees, lift your hips up, and then slowly see if you can re-extend your leg. Deepening your forward fold. Walk towards the right, coming into pyramid, and then slide the left foot back, slide the right foot back. Last vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. We're going to move into pigeon. If you prefer figure four on your back, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, put your right leg up. Draw your right knee towards your right wrist, and then slide your left leg back behind you. So if you have a sweatshirt or something you want to put under your right hip, come down onto your forearms. And then see if you can bring your forehead all the way down. Maybe you stack your hands. Let your jaw relax. Let the space between your eyebrows relax. Slow your breath down. Can you extend your left leg a little bit more? Can you relax your shoulders a little bit more? Can you let go just a tiny bit more? Start to slowly lift your torso up. Come back onto your forearms. Place your palms in the mat. When you're ready, come back to tabletop or downward facing dog. Maybe drop your hips side to side. Maybe bend your knees and pedal it out. And then float your left leg up behind you. Draw the left knee to the left wrist. Extend the right leg back behind you. Come down onto your forearm. Making the adjustments that your body needs. Accepting that they might be different adjustments from last week. And then let your forehead relax down. Let go of any tension you have in your shoulders. Let your hips get heavy. And now slowly come back up onto your forearms. Lengthen your arms. Come back into tabletop or downward facing dog. Stretch, lengthen. Lower your knees. Cross your ankles. And we're going to move onto our backs. So make your way there any way you want. Coming down nice and slow. Draw your knees into your armpits and then gently rock side to side. Reach your right hand for your right foot, whether it's a yogi toe lock or holding onto the outer edge of your right foot, and then extend your left leg away from you. So a half happy baby. And then draw the right leg over to the left, coming into a reclined twist. Come back onto your back, hugging both knees into your armpits. Maybe this time you take a few little knee stirs in each direction. And then reach for the left foot. Extend the right leg out, coming into half happy baby on this side. Take the left leg across your body, coming into a reclined twist. And now roll back onto your back. Taking this time to explore any pose that we may not have gotten to. Maybe you need a little bit more happy baby. Maybe you need a little bit more twisting. Maybe you're done and you're ready to move right into your Shavasana. I'm going to come around during Shavasana for some Shavasana adjustments with some lavender oil. If you do not want me to come into your space, place one hand on your stomach and I will know to respect that. All right, extend your arms and legs away from you. Breathe everything in. Take a big inhale, engage your entire body, tighten all of your muscles, squeeze it all together, and then exhale, let it all out. Move into the stillness of your Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Reach your arms overhead, coming into a big stretch. And then when you're ready, slowly roll onto one side. Taking a few breaths there. And then make your way into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall with your spine long. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Feel the life force moving around inside of you. Acknowledge this. Express gratitude. And thank yourself for taking this time. Thank you all for letting me lead you through your practice this evening. Namaste.